Greetings, my beautiful kings and queens of you stopping by. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sis Kathy Vet coming to you with another Country Wayne skit from these Country Wayne streets. Let's get into it. Good morning, good morning, good morning, fam. How we doing on this glorious Monday morning? I hope we are all well, healthy, breathing, wide-eyed, and bushy-tailed, ready to get forth and take charge of this week and make it great and make it yours and make it amazing on purpose, right? Definitely is going to be a gorgeous one here in the Northeast. And I hope wherever you are, the weather is amazing as well. So we're going to hop in here with these Daltons and continue from yesterday, play a little catch up. When Anthony asks Amber how does it feel to lose your faith, he's been very judgmental lately. I don't know what's up with Anthony playing on high and mighty, because bro, you've been still messing up too. You've been praying a little bit more, but you praying and you flipping the script, an hour later. Like, so I guess, but well, in all honesty, how many of us like pray, tell God we're gonna get better, turn around, mess up again? But what? When you fall, you get back up. Now, has Amber lost her faith? Has she gone astray a little? I would say so. But Anthony is like the pot calling the kettle black. Now, do you still take advice even if a person may be right to a certain extent, if there is some truth in it? I'm not gonna say that she has actually lost faith. Um, has she slipped up and made some poor mistakes out of emotions? Yes. But we're all human and we all will mess up. Different things in our lives trigger us, make us slip, but we follow a, very merciful, loving God. And that's why we need his grace and mercy, right? Because we'll mess up from time to time. But don't continue to beat someone over the head and judge them when you at the same time are messing up and doing a lot of the same. But let's get in here.
Tell me something, man.
Here you go.
How does it feel?
How does what feel, Anthony?
How does it feel to lose your faith?
I wouldn't know. Because I haven't lost my faith.
You definitely lost your faith. Because one thing that you taught me, she told me that faith is a belief that something can end. You believe it can end, and it's if you still have the faith that you can get through it. Just like our marriage, we had faith that we would last. And even when you took me back, you had faith that you could get through this. So I'm gonna ask you again. How does it feel to lose your faith?
I haven't.
And don't give me no church answer. No PC answer. Just keep it real with me. How does it feel?
He's getting to her. Look at her face. Do you think she's lost some of her faith because she's chosen not to fight anymore with someone she feel is undeserving of her, or will never do right by her, is not supporting her? Or do you think she should have had patience and give Anthony some time to grow, to mature, to do better. Is Anthony all bad? We know he didn't start this way. Did she help to create some of this? Did she lend a hand in the demise of this marriage? You know, they're both at fault. No, not one person is responsible for a marriage failing. Can it be redeemed by both if they sincerely turn towards God, if they sincerely make the steps to stop the habits that they have been making, poor choices? Or do you think this is just something that wasn't meant to be and is doomed with no help, regardless of how much they pray, how much work they put in? It's not going to fail because it started out bad, because the mistakes that have been made and the pain caused run too deep to have this marriage redeemed. Let me know.
Very good, Chief. Can't say anything. I think I know how you feel, how it feels. It feels good to you. Because when you have faith, or you don't have faith, you don't have accountability. And it's better just to walk through life with no accountability. Because it feels good. But just because something
True.
feels good, looks good, even tastes good too.
You better be. That better be for you too, Anthony. I ain't gonna lie there. That's the truth right there. But you better take your own medicine, Anthony.
Faith is it's a funny word.
Is Anthony getting to Amber? Is he making her think? I mean, he has points. I'm not gonna deny it. Truth is truth. When you're not accountable and you're not focusing on trying to do the right thing, you know, you just going through feelings and emotions. And yeah, what we know what feels good, what tastes good is not necessarily good for us. That's a given, for sure. And it's hard work to try to want to be good and, you know, walk that straight path each and every day, every minute of the day. But that's the reason of prayer, to strengthen us to be able to endure when we waver. That's what prayer is for. That's what the word is for, to try to get us back on track, to make it through this thing called life that's not easy. All the hardships, all the obstacles, all the trials and tribulations, we will fail. We would lose it if not for God and our faith. So that's something we have to always hold on to. And a lot of times people don't practice what they preach. They can say one thing and do something else in the name of feeling good, easing that pain, putting that salve on that wound. But are you truly, truly healing it from within? Amber's not doing that. I think there's a lot of old trauma from Anthony that he has to work on. I think everyone has an ego, but will they feed that ego? Will they let that ego take, the best of them? So as Anthony, it's hard to hear these words from Anthony because it's coming from him, someone who has messed up, someone we angry with, someone who's still messing up. However, you can't run away with truth. And even though Amber, to many, have been this golden girl, she's now falling short. And even the best of us, when we mess up, need a word to get back on track. Same thing with Anthony. They need the right guidance. They need the right people in their circle. They have those who are in their corner to pull them away from the other person, to co-sign what they're doing. Now, it may be the best thing for them to do. I don't know what God's plan is for them. But, from what we've seen and experienced in their storyline, this may be the best thing for them to go their separate ways. I've been through divorce. I know that was the best thing for us. And I know God got us through it, even though it was hard. It was like a death. But sometimes some things just weren't meant to be. But there's a lesson and good that still came out of that mistake. It still served a purpose. I got 2 beautiful children out of it. It made me learn how to love myself more, to use more discernment, to not move out on emotion, to not second guess myself, to really realize what I will tolerate and won't tolerate, and to not ignore red flags, to believe in myself more, and walk more by faith and not by sight. I learned some great lessons in that marriage and in that divorce to be better the next time if there is one. So everything serves a purpose. With them, everyone's story is not the same. Everything is not meant to be. Is Anthony and Amber meant to be? Do they have to just work harder and learn from mistakes and push forward? Kai is not the issue, even though he may be a reminder of what Anthony did to her. She still loves that little boy. She gets him every chance she gets. She adores him, and he was meant to be her godchild anyway. So I don't think it's Kai. And then if you think about it, why, she asked Shayla for forgiveness, but yet and still she still wants to go out with her, have a good time, be friends, still have her over, still talk in the midst of being mad and them two throwing jabs with each other, getting slick. Why? What is the real problem? Because it ain't spending time with Shayla. She like old times. That ain't it. Even to go into business and work together. If she was that hard and really that disgusted and that upset with him sleeping with her best friend, why would she still want to rekindle this? She's still loving that little boy and want to spend time with him regardless of what Anthony says. So it's not Kai. So what is Amber's real issue? And she wants to walk away but still be involved in the 2 reminders of her pain. Shayla and Kai. That's something to think about. Is it the betrayal that Anthony did to her and having to hold up that mirror and looking at him and the ugliness he caused and the pain he caused for her, letting her see how cruel she was to him? Even though it was prior to being married, it was still a deed. And she almost got pregnant by Wayne. Let's not forget that. So is it, looking at him, is that a reflection on the ugliness and the betrayal she did to him? And it's hard to witness and realize, even though she, repented for that wrong, and moved on and did better and didn't go back to Wayne and what she had did. Is that still holding up a mirror that it's hard for her to see that she even did something like that to the man she's supposed to love and commit to? I think it's more to it than just sleeping with her best friend and having a baby. She had a great loss in those things, and it was painful. And that was like the ultimate betrayal. However, remember, she still wants those 2 in her life, Shayla and Kai. So what else is it? It has to be more. Put in the comments what you think. Interesting skit. It's a lot to reflect on. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace. I'm out.